Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the A-Listers podcast. My name is Jahsleigh Rochelle, and I am joined by my wonderful co-host, Miss Katherine Rowe. Katherine, how are you doing this week? What is an Oscar of your week? What is a Razzie of your week?
Yeah, thank you. Well, as always, my Oscar of the week is getting to talk about a movie with you. But my second best Oscar of this week, thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. My second best Oscar of the week is that I had a really good weekend, and specifically, I had a really good Sunday. I was telling you this, but I went for a run, and near the water, and it was just very pretty. It was very sunny, and then went to a women's soccer game, and it was really, really fun. I had a blast. We were able to get like really close seats. Like we were basically the front row. There was one row in front of us that I'm not sure who they were, but we were basically the front row, and it was not that expensive. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so shout out to Gotham FC. They technically play in New Jersey, which that was the only downside of the game. But yeah, just had a really enjoyable weekend. The weather was not that bad this weekend. It was like sunny and breezy and better than the like 90 and humidity that we've been getting in New York.
Yeah.
And then my Razzie, honestly, I didn't think of a Razzie, and I don't think that I can think of any of them, any Razzie. So
Look at that.
yeah, maybe that I have to go in office to work tomorrow. That's my projected Razzie for the week. So.
And, oh, not a projected Razzie, but
Mhm.
okay.
But
That's
so my
exciting.
Yeah, my Rotten Tomato score is probably like a 98. I'm sure there was something that did annoy me, but I can't think of it at this moment. So
It's in the past.
it was a great.
Okay, and I'm remembering your Rotten Tomato score was a 98 because we're like the third week where I'm not remembering. 98, 98. I feel like Dory P. Sherman movie.
Yeah.
98. Well, that's good.
Hmm.
Let's see. As far as my Oscar of the week, you know, I was in the shower the other day. It's like I am living a bit of a Hallmark movie, moving from the big city to help work on my family's farm. And I was on the farm and we got some zucchini. And not only did we have some zucchini, the zucchini is pretty big.
Ooh.
Yeah, some huge kini, should I say. So yeah, so harvested some of those and it was just so nice. And then last week I made some zucchini bread. Phenomenal. I honestly ate it in the morning for like breakfast. And like some zucchini with a little cup of coffee or some tea. So good. I didn't make it this week because I ate all of my zucchini bread, so I was like, we gotta have a little rest. We gotta have a little rest. So,
That's how
but
it is with baking. It's like,
yeah, yeah, and it's not that many people we could share it with. So anyway, yeah. So that was my Oscar of the week was harvesting some zucchini. We also harvest some peppers and some squash. And everything is just growing, and yeah, we're gonna have some tomatoes pretty soon. It's just really delightful to work out on the farm. So yeah, let's see. My Razzie of the week was so you know how like we've been trying to go to the movies earlier.
yes.
So I have been trying as well. Well, trying to be on time for the movies.
Hmm.
And one day, the thing that was stopping me from being on time was finding parking. And I was like, why can't I find parking? Like it happened to me twice. I was like I can't find parking. Like I have to find somewhere to park. So yeah, so I get there at a decent time, and then me trying to find a parking space like adds like 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm like, ugh. But anyway, and it's only
It
gonna
happened
get
in New
worse in
York.
the
Yeah.
summer. I know, but it's only gonna get worse in the summer because there's a lot. It's June now, and so a lot of good movies are coming out, like a lot of big
Yeah.
blockbusters. So,
Mm.
anywho, but that's my Razzie.
That actually reminded me. I actually did have a Razzie for this week. Can I go ahead and add it in because I just remembered it? It happened
Yeah.
at the movies. That's why you made me remember it. I will tie this into our next section of what I'm watching for this week. I
Mm-hmm.
went and saw Backrooms at
Mm-hmm.
our local AMC because I know that's not one that you would necessarily want to watch. But
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty good. It wasn't like a super great horror movie, but it was pretty good. And there was a couple next to me that were chit chatting the whole time. And I did give them the side eye a couple times, and so did the guy in front of them, but I was not brave enough to say anything. And I did kind of feel bad because they were cute. They were a cute couple,
Mm.
but the girl pulled out her phone a couple of times, and then they just like, and you know I love to comment on a movie too, but it was like they were on their couch at home, and that was the level of conversation that they were having. Like every time something
Yeah.
would happen in the movie, they would comment on it, and I was like, we're in a horror movie. There's a lot of quiet times in a horror movie where you kind of have to be quiet to let the suspense build. And they would just
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, not he's walking down the hallway now," and I'm like, "Yeah, we can all see he's going down this hallway. Like you don't have to add that in. Like I can, you know what I mean?" And they weren't being
Yeah.
so loud that it was like disrupting anyone other than the people right around them.
Hmm.
But I was like, guys, we gotta we gotta get some movie etiquette out here. I don't understand why people are still at, and they weren't kids. They were adults. Like I would say we were probably around the same age. And I was like, what are we doing here?
It be the adults. I haven't honestly like I've speaking of the next segment. I have gone see a couple movies with some kids, and the
Mm-hmm.
kids aren't really the problem. It's some adults. Some
It's the
adults.
adults.
Okay, how scary was Backrooms? Can I go see it? Because I kind of want to see it, but like
It brought in my two personal fears, which is open doorways, which I don't like, and being chased by something you can't necessarily see.
okay, that's a
And
wrap then.
so, yeah, also I don't know if I think that you would. Yeah, I don't think you would like it too much. It's a lot more about how the movie makes you feel and the creepiness it makes you feel than it is about like understanding the plot at the end of the day or understanding what happened at the end of the day. So I was not going to recommend it to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
because a little spoiler alert, but I like maxed out my four movies for the
Oh,
week.
okay.
And I had to release that one because I was gonna go see that one tomorrow. And I was like,
Yeah.
because I was like, I went to go see a movie yesterday, and AMC was like, "Excuse me, like you're." I was like, "What?" Well, I
Good for
have one coming
you.
up on Thursday, and I was like, "Okay, fine. I'm not going to go see Backrooms." So I'm glad that I
Yeah,
released
good
that.
call. What did you see this weekend though?
Well, I'm gonna say my Rotten Tomato score was about
Oh,
a.
I'm so
I don't
sorry for
want to forget.
interrupting
It was
you.
about a maybe. We'll do like a 87. Wasn't too bad. Um, but okay. What did I see? I went to go see Star Wars,
You went to go
Mandalorian.
see.
And what is it? Mandalorian and who's the baby Yoda? What's his name?
I mean, he's one of the two main characters, so I don't really want to tell
What is
you.
it? Goku?
That's actually really close. Grogu. Yeah, Grogu. Yeah.
Grogu. Okay, I went to go see Mandalorian and Grogu. That was cool. You know. Yeah. Didn't mind it. And then I went to go see Michael again.
Yeah. Okay. Did you like it better the second time, or?
I did. I did. Okay, so I went to go see it because I'm still a Michael TikTok. Woo. And there were scenes where I was like, wait a minute, I don't quite remember this scene. It's like, because it's been a month, and I'm like, wait, I wouldn't mind watching that scene again. And then I've seen on TikTok where people have been seeing it like 9 times, and I'm like, I can go see it again. So I went to go see it again. I really enjoyed it. I like we got to human nature, and I was like, wait, it's almost over, and I kind of
Hmm.
got sad because I was really enjoying it. And then based off of the TikToks that I saw, Jackson really did a good job. He really did a good job. Sometimes I'm like, is this my Michael Jackson TikToks or is this Jafar Jackson? So, yeah. But I went to go see Michael again, and then I went to go see The Breadwinner with
Hmm.
Nate Bargatze. I think that's how you pronounce his
The
last name.
comedian. Yeah.
It was okay. It was filmed in Georgia. It takes place in Nashville, Tennessee, but it was filmed in Georgia. It was cool. It was
What was the
funny.
best of the? Where are you gonna between Mandalorian and Grogu? Because I don't want to bring Michael into the conversation, but between Mandalorian and Grogu, and the one about the dad, which one did you like better?
Ooh. I
They're
did
both
like
movies
the
about dads and their children, so you know.
Yeah. Okay. I don't I haven't seen The Mandalorian. So like what's the relationship between The Mandalorian and Baby Yoda? Like, did
I
he
think
just
that you
like
should
find?
watch Mandalorian seasons 1 through 2, maybe not 3. No, I'll tell you. So the it's like now like father and son.
Mm-hmm.
He basically has adopted him. He was like originally hired. I forget if he was originally hired to kill him or to like I transport him somewhere, but he was being hired for a job and
Mm-hmm.
eventually realized that he was doing it on behalf of like the Empire, the bad people in Star Wars and stuff like that. And they eventually develop a relationship. And so he's adopted him. He's raising him as a Mandalorian because that is a both like a race and a like type of warrior you can be.
Yeah.
So he's raising him as a Mandalorian and Jedi. So yeah, father
Okay.
son.
Okay. They have a cute relationship. Baby
Hmm.
Yoda was so cute too. Second
Hmm.
question: is Pedro Pascal the Mandalorian in the show too?
Yes, he is, though
Mm-hmm.
it's very, that's a controversial topic because so he voices him and then Mandalorians are not supposed to take their helmets off. That's like a, or his sect of the Mandalore, because not all Mandalorians are like this, but his sect of a Mandalorian are not supposed to take their helmet off. So he rarely does throughout the series. So it's been a hot topic of how much Pedro Pascal is on the set. There are some I don't think they would call it stunt doubles now, but that are actually credited very high in the movie. I think like second billing or somewhere along there because of how much work they do, where they're actually the ones in the suit. Because that's a hot topic among the Star Wars community is like, he's not on set that often. Like he's coming into a voice like studio and recording and then getting out of there. And he films like it's probably like 1 or 2 scenes per season that he has his helmet off that you can actually see Pedro Pascal's face. But yeah, he's the Mandalorian in the show as well.
Okay. I was wondering that because I was like, he's booked and busy, and so
Hmm.
I was like, is he also doing the show too? So, ooh, didn't know I was stirring the pot by asking that question. But
Mm-mm.
yes, to answer your question, I don't know. It depends on the audience. Like if it was you, I would do Star Wars. But like
Okay.
if it was like I don't know, maybe Star Wars. The Red Winter, it was okay. It was funny. If it was like kids, oh, I don't know. Kids were at both, honestly.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Red Winter,
Okay.
it wasn't bad. I did kind of close my eyes a couple times.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Yeah.
All right, what are you watching?
Yeah, well, I saw Backrooms. I'm trying to think if I really saw anything else this weekend. I don't think so. I want to see Obsession as well. I've heard that one's really good, but I'm waiting for
Mm-hmm.
that to come on streaming to watch with Amanda. But yeah, I went to Backrooms and I was excited to see it because the director is well, okay, I don't want to dip into your movie news, but the director is an upcoming director. He's very young. This is basically the only big thing that he's done. He started a Backrooms like a web series off of some post on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just amazing that he was able to lead this film and do a really good job. And it's not my favorite horror movie ever. I don't there was a lot of it that I didn't particularly care for, but it's really effective and it's really creepy. And the girl Renata, who's in Sentimental Value and The Worst Person in the World, was in it, and she was really, 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 really good. So yeah.
Nice. He's like 20, I think,
Oh yeah.
which is crazy.
Very
And I
young.
think I think I read that he started it was originally like a YouTube video that he
Jahsleigh, that's what I just said.
well, you said it started from Reddit. I was
He
listening.
created a web series that was started
Yes.
off of a Reddit post.
Yes, you didn't say YouTube. But
Well,
anyway,
web series are typically posted on certain platforms,
Sh-
such as YouTube.
Catherine, don't Catherine. Anyway, anything so that's it. Anything else?
I don't,
Any TV
yeah,
shows?
we've been chugging through Survivor, but we were honestly pretty busy this weekend being
Yeah.
outside, enjoying the weather, so.
Yeah. I've been watching in the background I've had Girlfriends on and Bridgerton. I miss
Hmm.
Bridgerton.
What's Girlfriends? Is that a show or a movie?
It is a show. It's a sitcom. You know, we're gonna get into this later when we get into this movie, but I was thinking yesterday how it's kind of funny how like there's certain shows and actors and
Mm-hmm.
actresses in the Black community that are very known.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, and I'm like, they're just. When I was doing the cast, I was like, I'm interested to see how many people Catherine know. So I'm
Oh,
gonna be
yeah, I'm like the litmus test for if the white community would know it or not.
because you're not knowing girlfriends like with Tracy Ellis Ross. See, girlfriends is a
No.
staple show, but anyway,
Yeah.
it's okay.
I mean, yeah, because I'd heard of like, because Living Single was the one you talked about last time. I'd heard of several of those before, but no, I've never heard of this
Yeah.
one, so.
Like I would say living singles like friends. Girlfriends,
Hmm.
I would say some compare them to like Sex in the City because it's about like
Hmm.
four girlfriends and they live
Okay,
in LA. Yeah. So
cool.
Tracy, do you know Tracy Ellis Ross? Diana Ross's
Yes.
daughter.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
do know.
Tracy Ellis Ross is
Thank
one
you.
of them, and then there's like three other.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's on Netflix. You should watch it. Honestly, it's really good.
Okay.
It's just like 2000s, early 2000s.
It's a perfect time for a sitcom. All right, we can go through the cast then, and whenever you're ready, and I'll tell you who I
Well,
knew and I didn't know.
well, I have a couple of movie. I have one more movie news.
Oh, I'm so
Uh,
sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
so I know we talked about him earlier, but
Hmm.
Tiger Woods
Mm.
saw Michael and it was like, if Jafar Jackson wants to play him in a biopic, he's got a job.
Oh, he said that?
Yes, he was like, I want him to play me in a biopic.
Okay.
But Jafar Jackson, I don't know
Hmm.
if you are on Michael Jackson TikTok, but
I'm
he
not.
grew up playing golf. He actually wanted to be a professional golfer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
I
Do
feel like
they look
Jafar,
alike?
they kind of do. Like,
Okay, I feel like I'm gonna have to look at a picture of Tiger Woods again.
it's not a bad casting. The only
Okay.
hesitance that I have though, it's like, Jafar, I don't want you to be a professional biopic maker,
Yeah, that's interesting.
but it
Hmm.
wouldn't be a bad casting. Like, I'm sure it would be
Hmm.
good, especially since he has a golf background.
Yeah.
So,
Tiger Woods is he? When does he want to do this biopic?
I don't know. Why are you asking? Why?
I'm just thinking about all the things that have happened in Tiger Woods' life, and I'm like, does he want to see that on the screen again? Like, is this something that he's like,
Yeah.
whenever I pass away, I want you to do it? Or like,
No, yeah, that's a very great question.
you know?
But some people have had biopics like when they were rather young. I'm trying to think though. Who?
Well, I was gonna say like the Bob Dylan one with Timothy Chalamet only covered a couple of years, so they could even do that
Yeah,
with Tiger Woods, where it's like
yeah,
maybe his up and coming into getting into golf.
hmm
We don't need to get into
yeah, like
his
him.
other side excursions and
Yeah, that's right.
habits.
That's an interesting point. My whole mind was like, okay, Jafar, like we can't just do biopic after biopic, but like
Hmm.
Tiger Woods, what do you want covered? I guess
Yeah,
they were like for Michael Jackson, you did a good job of kind of like navigating some tough
navigating
topics.
that.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway, we'll see. We'll see if it comes to light.
just
But but moving right along. Tonight tonight is a very special night, and that's why I'm extra giddy because we are covering my literally that wasn't right. We're covering my favorite movie, Jumping the Broom, made in 2011. It actually released,
Mhm.
I think, May 6, 2011. So it's 15 years old. Wow, if it was born on May 6th, it will be in high school. Um, so yes, Jumping the Broom. It's like, oh,
yeah.
I'm getting emotional. But a quick synopsis of Jumping the Broom from Rotten Tomatoes. I need to cite my sources. Sabrina Watson, played by Paula Patton, is a successful corporate lawyer who comes from an old money family. When she meets Jason Taylor, she thinks she's found Mr. Right and eagerly accepts the Wall Street's workers' marriage proposal after a whirlwind courtship. However, when Sabrina's aristocratic parents meet Jason's postal worker mother, At their estate on Martha's Vineyard, the class division seems very wide indeed. Um, as far as a Rotten Tomato score, I was actually kind of surprised. It has a whopping 56 on Rotten Tomato. I was like, okay, higher than Bride Wars, higher than the Michael movie, honestly. But it has a 58 on Popcorn Meter, which I'm like, there are haters in the world. But
Yeah. That feels pretty on par for a rom-com, though. I feel like rom-coms rarely, like, really get over, like, into the 70s or anything.
it's sad. Some people just don't like rom and com. All right. um, it just makes me sad, but it's okay. So getting into the cast and crew, the director is Salim Akil, which, since you didn't know about Girlfriends, I'm sure you don't know about Myra Brock Akil, who is the writer of Girlfriends. She wrote
Okay.
Girlfriends. I think she wrote Love and Basketball too. You've seen Love
I've
and
heard of this
Basketball,
one.
right?
I have not seen it. I have heard of that one.
Oh wow, you haven't seen Love and Basketball? We're gonna be booked and busy for
So,
February.
add it to the list. I gotta expand my
No, you're
filmography
good.
here, so.
Well,
Yeah,
have
no,
you
I
seen
hadn't
that?
heard of the director before.
Okay. Oh, maybe not. Maybe she didn't do. I'm thinking of somebody else for Love and Basketball. Sorry. Um, but yeah, so that's the director, and then it's starring Paula Patton. I don't think you were too familiar with Paula Patton, right?
No, whenever I almost thought her face looked familiar, but I was looking at her Wikipedia and I was like, other than Hitch, which I don't remember her in, I hadn't really seen anything.
Yeah, she had a brief role in Hitch. She was like right at the beginning. She was like a girl at the bar where like Alex, or like where Will Smith was kind of like talking to, but it was
Okay.
pretty brief. But yeah, she was also married to Robin Thicke.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, an album named after her, Paula.
Oh,
He,
okay.
yeah, he wrote this album after he cheated on her. It was
Oh,
dedicated to her. They are now divorced. So.
good. I'm glad that's the follow-up to that.
One of the hit singles from that album was like "Get Her Back." He's like, "Oh, I gotta get her back."
I've never said these words out loud before, but I might listen to a Robin Thicke album tomorrow just to hear the narrative of what was going on. But she's still good for him, I think.
Yeah, she was also in like Baggage Claim, Just Right, some other kind of rom-coms like similar to this.
Okay.
Then we have Angela Bassett.
I have heard and was aware of Angela Bassett and was shocked when she came onto the screen. I said, Angela.
This is
Oh,
this is an A-list movie. Why are you shocked?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. No, I knew her though.
I was telling Catherine, listeners before this, that I was I stopped reading the letterbox reviews of this movie because one of the letterbox reviews was like, honestly, I think Angela Bassett is better than this movie, and I was like, rude. So rude.
She made her money, good for her.
Yeah. I mean, Angela Bassett is Angela Bassett. You might know her from Black Panther, but she's in numerous things. Okay, what about this? Is not a test of if you know these actors or actors.
No, go ahead because I know these. Go ahead. I can
Do you
tell
know Loretta Devine?
I do. That's the other mom?
Yes,
Right?
Mrs. Taylor.
Yes, because I
Okay.
have seen Grey's Anatomy, and
Yes.
she is in Grey's Anatomy.
She's Richard Weber's wife. Yes, yes.
Yes.
She's also the mother and another one of my letterbox for in my favorite Christmas movie this Christmas. So,
No, just Grace. I'm
Um,
sorry.
and then Laz Alonso, he was also in this Christmas. Are you?
I am. Actually, he's the one I'm most familiar with because he most recently was in The Boys. He starred in The Boys, the TV show. So
Okay.
I am very familiar with him. I had never seen him young though. I was like, okay, cutie
Okay.
Laz. Like he looked cute.
Yeah, and then there's more, but we also have Megan Good. You know Megan Good, right?
I did know Megan Good as well. See,
Okay.
she,
This,
she.
this isn't a test. We're just going through the cast and crew.
But if we were gonna score, I would just say I scored a lot of them. No, she's in uh Deb's one of my favorite rom-coms. And then didn't
Mm,
she just recently marry Jonathan Majors
she did. She did.
controversially? Okay,
She
sorry
did.
to bring up another
Mhm.
controversial topic.
They were recently seen on the Beltline, but
Okay.
yeah.
Um but yeah, yes, I'd seen her and stuff.
And then Mr. Uncle Willie Earl, Mike Epps, a comedian. Are you familiar with Mike Epps?
I was not. I would love to be more familiar with Mike Epps though.
Okay.
Um
Okay.
Spoiler alert, he was my favorite character, so
He is funny. I mean, he is a comedian.
hmm
But okay. So we went through the cast and crew. It wasn't a test
hmm
of Catherine's black cultural knowledge at all. It was not. But overall thoughts of the movie. No pressure.
No pressure, just your favorite movie ever and
Yeah,
you, a
I got it
person
on
that I
DVD.
love. Yeah. No, I had a lot of fun with this movie. I mean, I like a rom-com. I don't like love rom-coms the way that you do, but I had a good time. I thought it was fun. I thought they had a really good cast. I thought the cast was the best part. I loved
Mhm.
the setting, like when they opened it through and then it was like
Mhm.
Lincoln. I know you're gonna talk about this, but like Lincoln Center, Lincoln Square, all that. And then like the beach setting and yeah, I just thought it was really fun. I typical rom-com where you're like, this would probably destroy a family realistically, and they probably would not get married at the end of the day. But I thought that it was just very fun, and I laughed a lot. And I told you this before the pod, but of the rom coms and stuff we've watched recently, I would probably be more likely to rewatch this one than some of the others.
Well,
It just had like the mid 2000s charm. There's just something about
yeah.
a rom com from the early to mid 2000s that just, I don't know why, but it just flows better than some of the new rom coms.
Yeah. I mean, it was made in 2011, so I mean,
That's mid
historically,
that's mid 2000s, yeah.
well, it was like 2010s.
Is that not mid 2000s?
I don't know, Catherine. It's
I guess that would
end of
even,
the
yeah,
day.
like 2005,
It's end
but
of the day. Anyway,
I don't even know what century we're in, if we're being honest. Like, which millennia? Is it the 20th or the 21st? That confuses me,
yeah,
so.
I don't know. We're Gen Z. That's all I know.
Yeah.
But yes, but you talked about the setting. So
hmm
okay, context. I feel I'm going to elaborate a little bit more because it is my favorite movie.
hmm
So I did see this movie. I think it was my cousin's birthday. We went to go see it for my cousin's birthday, and I absolutely loved it. And then if it came out in 2011, I was like what 13, and
hmm
then fast forward to almost 10 years later, I was in New York, and I would go to this Trader Joe's off of 72nd Street, and
hmm
then I was watching a movie one night. I was like, wait, that's the 72nd Street station. Yeah, and now I definitely went to Trader Joe's on 72nd Street. Then fast forward a
hmm
little bit later, I got an apartment near Lincoln Square where he proposed to her. But yeah,
hmm
so definitely some connections to that movie, which I just love. Um, so yeah, the movie kind of opens up in like Lincoln Square where Mrs. Taylor, she like works at a post office near Lincoln Square, and then
hmm
Jason and Sabrina get engaged at Lincoln Center. But then I think majority of the movie takes place in Martha's Vineyard,
hmm
um, which it was actually filmed in Canada. Little fun fact.
Oh, that is
Um,
interesting.
but yeah, but it's like they're prepping for Sabrina and Jason's wedding, and it's a little like kind of heightened because I think they were engaged. They dated for like 5 months, and then
hmm
they got engaged. And so because Sabrina is going to China
hmm
for work, and Jason wants to be husband and wife when they go together, so that's why it's kind of like
hmm
rushed and everything. But yeah, so how'd you like the setting? Was it relaxing to you?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought geographically everything made sense that they would both be in New York and like his family was in Brooklyn, but her family was like a little bit farther away. So I thought all of that tied in well together and it was exciting to identify a lot of stuff that I knew. Their house was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I was jealous. I don't really want to live technically in like in Martha's Vineyard or on an island or anything, but I was like, this is really pretty. This is very nice.
Yeah, and
Uh,
I mean, I feel like that was like their second home. Like I feel like they also lived in New York,
mhm.
and like they just
Oh,
Martha's
that would
Vineyard
make
was
sense.
was their Martha's Vineyard home. And like so Martha's Vineyard does have cultural significance as well. Are you familiar
Mm-mm.
with? So
Cultural
Martha's Vineyard is
significance
also
in
one
what
of the
way?
places
To
where a lot
who?
of African Americans they have their summer
Gotcha.
home. So it's kind of like
Okay.
the Hamptons. There's actually
Hmm.
a historically African American community in the Hamptons called Sag Harbor.
Oh.
Um, yeah, and then there's also like Martha's Vineyard. Like the
Hmm.
Obamas frequent Martha's Vineyard.
I
I
did
think.
catch that joke, and that did help me place it, this movie
Hmm.
in time. I was like, oh, okay, so this is
Yeah,
post
and then
2008. Yeah.
yes, and then recently, Ralph Lauren did a collection with Morehouse and Spelman
Mm-hmm.
in Martha's Vineyard to highlight kind of like the African American community there, and Morehouse and Spelman are historically Black universities.
Hmm.
So yeah, so Martha's Vineyard's like a prominent community there. So yeah, it's a little fun fact for you. I have
That's
never
pretty
been to
cool.
Martha's Vineyard though. So
I have.
oh, you have?
I have, yeah.
Wait, no, because it's in Boston. Well, no,
Yeah,
it's in
whenever.
Massachusetts. So
It is, yeah, it's in, I when I visited Boston like 4 or 5 years ago, I did a couple of days in Boston, then a couple of days in Martha's Vineyard area.
okay, did you like
Yeah.
Martha's Vineyard?
Yeah, it was really pretty. I mean, it was definitely busy in the summertime, but I was like, I could come back here and hang out here
Mm-hmm.
for a while. It was very cute. I did not know that about it culturally, but it
Yeah,
was very cute, and I liked it a lot.
yeah. I think it was like Inkwell Beach that
Okay.
that's the more historic like African American community. But I'm not. No, I know it's Inkwell Beach, but like once again, I haven't been to Martha's Vineyard, so I don't know all the details. But I can tell you that how there's like Summer House, the Bravo TV show,
Yes, I
Summer House. So there was a Summer House Martha's Vineyard, and it was centered mostly around like, well, the cast was like black. But I'm so sad because it was 2 seasons, and then they were like, we're taking a pause, and I'm like, give me more seasons,
do. Yeah.
give me more seasons. And I've seen some of the people from that in New York, so
Mm,
yeah, like it was recent. Like give me more seasons, please.
yeah. Well, you know, Bravo's famously known for promoting black-led shows, so
I know. They really like it was really good. And some people
yeah.
on TikTok are like, we need to bring back this show. And I'm like, I found my people because we do. We
Hmm.
really do. Okay. But getting back into the movie. So I mean this movie has a few I need a Siggy moments, but was there
Oh
anyone
my.
that particularly stood out to you?
Well, I mean, I told you this when I was watching the movie, but some of my least favorite things in life is the combo of a boy mom and a mama's boy, especially when it's an
Okay.
only child. So when
Yeah.
I realized that that was what was happening, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, obviously a lot with the mom, with Laz Alonso's mom in the movie. There was a lot of I need a Siggy moments. I think maybe when they were having the dinner, the family dinner, and she started off with a very pointed prayer, and
Mm-hmm.
then the Angela Bassett mom also starts talking, and like that back and forth was making me. I was like, we're saying a lot of things we don't need to be saying. We don't need to be talking about some of this stuff. But I think that like every time, Adele Weber from Grey's Anatomy, I can't remember what her character's name was, would be like, "Oh, Jason would never do that." Jason would tell me, like, "This is not Jason's fault." I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's obviously
Yeah.
it's obviously his fault." Because I think that was where he frustrated me, because I thought that he was like a good guy in the large part,
Mm-hmm.
but the fact that like he set up his fiance so that his mom was not going to like her. He set her up in so many ways because he did not introduce them at first, and I understood
Yeah.
why he did not. And I liked his speech at the end, but just yeah, every time his mom was like, "Jason would not do that to me. He would have introduced me before. She didn't want to meet me." I was like, "You
Mm-hmm.
might want to have a conversation with your son."
Okay. Question. So
Hmm.
was it okay that Jason didn't introduce them?
No, absolutely not. If this is the person you're going to propose to, I don't think that you necessarily need to meet your partner's family in the first 6 months, but if
Mm-hmm.
you've like decided to marry this person, and especially because his mom is seemingly his most important family member, like his dad is
Mm-hmm.
passed away, and I think he should know that it's important to his mom. He should have just explained to Sabrina earlier, like, hey, my mom's scared away some of my girlfriends in the past. She can be
Yeah.
like overprotective. This is what should happen. Like, I was like, you can't marry this person if you're not willing to introduce her to her mom. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he definitely should have. Like, he should have just had a conversation with Sabrina first to be like, she's kind of gonna be like this for a while, but
Yeah. Yeah. I think, in my numerous times of watching this movie, this time I was like, wait, Jason, why didn't you, introduce them?
yeah, exactly.
So, because he like really went out the way to like make excuses. Because even like her parents were like, "Oh, like we're so sorry that you couldn't make it
Hmm.
um, that time." So, anyway,
Yeah, and
Jason.
I don't even think it's like I understand the mom is she's a single mom, her husband has passed away. This is like her only
Hmm.
son. She loves him a lot. So I think if you just explained that to Sabrina, I think she would have got a read on the situation and understood
Yeah,
it and would have been able to better get
yeah.
introduced. So
I really like Sabrina too because I felt like she was just like even watching it once again for like probably the 100th time. I was like, she seems like just so nice and like just trying
hmm
to help everybody out or she's just trying
hmm
to get married, whatever.
yeah. But
Um,
she also didn't take anybody's BS. Like when she felt like
yeah,
her and Jason were being disrespected or her family, she was like, "So we're not going to do that. Like I'm trying to be nice to you. I'm trying to get to know you, but you're not going to
yeah.
disrespect me." Like I like that she wasn't like a pushover. Like she was like,
Yeah. She was
"What are we
like,
doing?"
no, we're not. We're keeping it simple and elegant. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. Yeah.
But I did have a question for you.
Wait, did you
So,
have an I need to sing at the moment?
I mean, probably, and we can get to this. I remember when I went to go see it in theaters where the dad was with his assistant or whatever in the car,
Oh,
and it was
yeah.
like, you have to tell her I don't. I went to the theater was like, we all thought he was cheating. And you sent a text to me after you watched this movie, and you were like, honestly, he probably should have just been cheating.
Yeah.
Now, Catherine, in your opinion, what do you think
hmm
was worse? The fact that he had spent all their money and that they were now broke?
hmm
Or, in your opinion, what would have been worse? Being broke or that he was cheating?
Yeah, that is tough because cheating is a deal breaker for me. I don't think I would stay with someone if they
Mm-hmm.
cheated. But it's also a really big deal to gamble away you and your wife's retirement and family savings. I don't know if I would stay with someone after that. Like I was like, this is not a for better, for worse, for richer. But I was like, this man made you poor. He lost all of your money
Yeah.
and he spent your retirement. So objectively, cheating is worse. I think both are divorce worthy, if we're being honest. I think Angela Bassett should have divorced him and taken her
Yeah.
little pocket of money and kept
Yeah.
her house for herself.
Well, it seems like she also came from money. I mean, it said Sabrina owed money, so
Yeah, but that's the thing. He spent her money, her family's
that's
money.
true. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Like
That's
when he
rough.
said and our retirement, I was like, oh,
I heard that yesterday too. When I was like, wait, I was like, and retirement? I was thinking about my 401k. I was like, wow, I'd be hurt.
yeah, you don't come
Yeah.
back from that. That's she must have a good amount of money set aside.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of my dad's favorite parts. He was like, I like that movie because she set some money aside. But no, I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, when people say marriage is hard, I fear that
hmm
that might be one thing they're talking about. Because what do you mean you spent all my retirement? Well,
I mean,
in other aspects.
that is why I say that's divorce worthy because if you're gonna break my trust and spend my retirement,
Okay,
I'm
so
out.
which door are you doing? Would you rather y'all be broke or would you rather? Oh, I don't want. We don't have to answer that question. Actually, that's hard.
Yeah, I would probably rather he have caused them to go broke because I would still divorce him, but then you wouldn't have the trauma of the cheating, I guess.
I mean, hey,
Um,
okay,
but yeah,
well,
probably that one.
all right. Well,
Because
I just actually,
I don't think that the investing of the money was was badly intentioned, and there's no way
hmm
cheating is not. Like cheating is just a self-centered.
hmm
There's no way you have positive intentions towards your spouse with that. At least with the money, he was trying to make money with his family, but his actions were not intelligent. So yeah, probably that
yeah,
one.
yeah. I mean, from the looks of it too, they probably had a lot of money. They had a house in Martha's Vineyard.
That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying.
A nice house in Martha's Vineyard too. Okay, another question for you as we move along.
Mm-hmm.
So, your favorite character, Uncle Willie Earl,
Mm-hmm.
when they first pull up to the house,
Mm-hmm.
he said something, but basically he did a quote. Well, if you're fat and ugly, money can definitely make you look better. So, do you think that
Yeah.
does money make you beautiful?
I think that it certainly brings more to the table. If we're just talking in terms of dating, if you're gonna approach me and hit on me and you're, not the most attractive person, but you can take me on a really nice date, I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna be more likely to say yes.
I
So,
wasn't even thinking of that part. I was just thinking like if you're like just like a person and you have money rather than if you don't, do you think you could?
I mean, it does not technically, like the meek
Okay.
inherit the earth and all of that. But like also it's like would I rather have a friend that has a boat or not?
I was thinking like if you can have a monthly facial subscription, and invest in some good skincare. I think
That's
and
what I'm
do
saying.
your hair and nails. I think money
A,
definitely does make.
a
I
lot of
think
beauty is paid for. A lot of it is not natural. Like you could have a nice closet.
not Catherine being like a lot of beauty is not natural.
Well,
Quote
okay,
from
this is
Catherine Rowe.
I say this a lot about guys, but I'm like, if guys can figure out a hairstyle that works for them and a style that fits them, they can have a mid face card. Like they can be
Yeah.
an average looking guy, but if they know how to style themselves and that becomes their money,
hmm
then you're going to be more attractive. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think money can help you out. And the style part, though, I definitely think like you can have, a closet full of Ralph Lauren or
hmm
whatever big brand, but I think if you can't style it right, I don't think money will help
hmm
you out.
that's true. But you could
Yeah.
have a personal stylist.
True. I didn't think about it at that point. So it seems like Uncle Willie Earl is correct. Money definitely
hmm
can help you out. Yeah.
hmm
Um. But yeah. Okay. Last question. Sorry that I'm
hmm
grilling you.
No, good.
All right. So one of the another big plot was we find out towards the end
hmm
that Sabrina's parents are not actually her parents, and it's actually Sabrina's actually her aunt's daughter, and that her parents, aka Angela Bassett and Brian Stokes Mitchell, they were
hmm
having trouble conceiving, and then her aunt was in Paris, and so she got pregnant, and so they decided just to raise her. Do you think they should have told Sabrina? And at what age should they have broke? If you think they should have told her, at what age do you think that they should have told her?
hmm Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. This rom-com handles a lot of serious topics. There is like a lot of crazy family drama that happens in this.
Yeah.
I I do think they should have told Sabrina.
Mm-hmm.
I do think they should have waited until she was an adult.
Mm.
Um, I think that that would be maybe like a more confusing or difficult thing to handle as a child or a teenager, but I do
Mm-hmm.
think that they should have told Sabrina that at some point. I definitely think she should have known by now that
Oh yeah.
what the situation was, especially because it was not there was like no it wasn't like her aunt just gave her up willy-nilly. Like her aunt was a
Mm-hmm.
teenager when she had her and it kind of seemed like the mom made her, but like they did it for Sabrina's like best intentions. And then she still had a really good relationship with her biological
Mm-hmm.
mother slash pretend aunt.
Yeah.
um so Yeah. What about you? Do you think if you were Angela Bassett, would you tell her?
I think, to be honest, I'm thinking of it as like a logical way. Like when it comes to like, I don't know, like patient history, like for healthcare
Mm-hmm.
stuff, like you should probably have disclosed that, you know? But I think like you, like I think telling her at 5 probably wouldn't, like if she was 5 years old, it probably would have been the
Right.
best. But definitely like, because I mean, like if you're doing the math, like Sabrina's probably later 20s, 30s in
Yeah,
this,
I
and
would
so it's
say.
like there's definitely opportunities for you to have told her
Hmm.
and to disclose that. And I feel like this is kind of my get out analysis, but I feel like one of the hesitancies for not telling her was that like Sabrina's mom, Angela Bassett, kind of had like kind of like a rocky relationship with the aunt, and so she didn't want
Hmm.
to. I don't know. Maybe she was like maybe she didn't want Sabrina to like her. I don't know, but
Yeah, no, I definitely thought that as well. I think the aunt was able to have like a more like fun relationship with her and probably like a
mm,
less emotional relationship because like your parents you just naturally there's going to be like
hmm
emotions that come up, but it's easier with an aunt or an uncle to just like have a more fun and good time. So, but I think that Sabrina's an adult and she should especially because like I mean she does have a biological father out there and I mean it sounded
yeah,
like he was not a great guy, but that should be her decision to try to seek him down or not and, make a
yeah,
relationship with him or just to decide that her adoptive parents are enough and maybe she doesn't want to find them. So, but either way, that should be her decision and she should have the full knowledge of that.
yeah. Especially at her age, she was
Mhm.
she was she was an adult. But speaking of biological father, so the chef, we didn't cover
Mhm.
him.
Oh yeah.
But I follow his daughter on TikTok. His daughter is a bit of
Oh,
an
really?
influencer. Yeah, and
That's funny.
sometimes like she'll be like the recent TikTok that I've seen, I can't remember one of her name, but it was like grateful that I get to have like lunch with my dad. And like the comments were like, "Wait, that's," and it's like
Chef from
anyway.
Jumping the Broom.
Yeah, well no, he was also in he was in the show A Different World, and then he was in some other stuff, but people
Mm.
were like, "Wait, your dad." So anyway, she like works, I think, at like Victoria's Secret or something, but she's a bit of an influencer as well. Okay.
Oh,
Thank you for answering those pressing questions, Catherine.
yeah. Yeah.
It's like I was watching this movie, I was like, wow, it's kind of heavy a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of like serious conflict in this
hmm
movie, and that conflict between that was like kind of my only qualm with it was I was like, this was a lot of things that got resolved in like 5 minutes that I don't think that would get resolved in that way.
Yeah.
Specifically, Sabrina forgives his mom and is like, I want you to be a
Yeah.
part of the wedding, and I was like, she pretty willfully ruined your family relationship. Like she
hmm
pretty openly was trying to break up you and her son's
Yeah.
relationship. And I just don't think that that's something that you bounce back from that quickly.
Yeah. Well, Sabrina's like, yeah, yeah, you can be in the wedding, but we're about to go off to China. Quick question though.
Hmm.
I know. I have another question. So, like,
Okay.
let's say one of your friends. It doesn't have to be
Hmm.
me, but it can be me. Says they're engaged after 5 months of dating. Are you like, what's going on? Are you gonna be like Megan Good, being like, are you sure about this? Like, what's going on?
I think I mean I if someone gets engaged under a year, I question it personally. But I do think that
Mm,
their age, I thought that they were in their early 30s.
hmm
And the fact that they were moving to China, like if it was just like, oh, we're just staying in New York together and we're like in our mid 20s, I'd be like, what are we doing here? Like, and if it was
hmm
their first relationship, so I
Yeah.
probably would pull them aside and be like, hey, you haven't met the guy's mom yet. You don't know anything about his past. Let's
Okay.
delve into that first.
Yeah.
Um, but I would still be supportive. Like I would still be a bridesmaid and everything, but I probably would try to have a chat and just be like,
Yeah.
maybe you should meet
Like,
his mom. Like,
yeah. Like, are we good here? What's up? You have something to tell us? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You know, I don't think I would be that person to me. I'd be like, you know what, love is love. I knew somebody know somebody recently. Um, they got married pretty quickly, and I was like, "When you know, you know." I didn't question it one bit. I can tell you more though.
It would depend on how close we were. If it was you, I probably would ask, even though I
You'll
think
like
you
ask
probably
me, "Is
will get
everything
engaged
okay?"
quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't think
Um,
I would try to ever discourage you unless he seemed like a crappy guy, but
mhm.
I do think you should maybe check in with your close friends to just,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
And we appreciate that. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. All right. One little fun fact though, Angela Bassett. This movie does a little subtle nod to one of her movies called Stella, How Stella Got Her Groove Back. Have you seen that? Okay, it came out in 1998, and basically, Stella, she's an older woman. Think maybe like 30s, 40s. Angela Bassett in the 90s. How old is Angela Bassett now?
Older woman, and you just said she's in her 30s or
You know,
40s? Girl.
sorry. So that, sorry. No, no. How
Wow.
old is Angela Bassett now?
She's probably in her 60s now.
I feel like she's like 70.
Okay. I mean, you're not middle aged until you're 40, so let's go ahead and
Okay.
start there.
Let me get the age of Angela Bassett, like when in 1998,
She
before
was
I
not an
just.
older woman. Let's start there.
Okay,
I
so
know that for sure.
she was born in 1958, so she's 67. Okay,
Hmm.
don't ask me how I know this, but I believe Michael Jackson was also born in 1958. So,
You have a Michael Jackson like limit on the pod, and you've hit it. That was your last one. I hope you enjoyed it.
so in 1998, she was 40. Okay, so in
So
Stella
she
got a
was
group.
middle aged. She was a middle
Okay,
aged woman.
yeah, she was not older. She was older than us. But in Stella
So
got a
were a
groove
lot of
back.
people.
So she goes to, I think she goes to Jamaica and she meet Tay Diggs. And Tay Diggs is 20. Yeah. And
Mm.
so they date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was a little nod because there was a character,
Hmm.
Tasha Smith. She, she has a little 21-year old hit on her during the entire time. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Good for
I
her.
just wanted to say that. I think that was one of Tay Diggs' like first films, How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
Wow.
He has a Jamaican accent in that movie.
Is it good?
You know, I only saw it once, and I think that's only one of the reasons why I saw it once. But yeah, but Tay Diggs and I, we have the same birthday, so I kind
Mm, it's cute.
of yeah. But all right, the moment of truth.
Hmm.
Well, did you have a favorite character or least favorite character? I think you said your favorite character was Uncle Willie Earl.
Yeah, my least favorite character was probably just Jason's mom and Jason. Because I think Jason was like he made his mom worse because of how he acted. So I don't think you can separate the two. So
Yeah, yeah. You
yeah,
know how you watch it. You're like, Jason. You were kind of at fault.
yeah, that's what I'm
Hmm.
saying. He could have helped his mom out and
Yeah,
been respectful to her and introduced them. So
yeah. Okay. So let's see. My favorite character. I feel like my favorite character is Sabrina. You know,
mm-hmm.
I think she was just. I mean, like it was her wedding, and she was just trying to be nice and accommodating to others. But like you mentioned, she was also
Mm-hmm.
like, we're gonna keep it simple and elegant, and we're not gonna do X, Y, and Z. Um, but
Yeah.
she she wasn't like a bridezilla, but she was just trying to have a nice wedding, which I liked. Um,
Oh, yeah, she was super respectful because I think that's a
mhm,
hard thing to do when you're planning weddings is a lot of people, especially family members, have opinions on what you should do at your wedding. And I think she was very respectfully like, I understand why jumping the broom was important to you and your husband. I do not want to do it because
mhm,
XYZ. Like, she never was dismissive. Like, she was just like, this
yeah,
is my wedding and this is what we want to do. And she did a
yeah,
good job.
yeah. So I think she's my favorite character. My least favorite character, honestly, it's probably Jason's cousin.
Yeah, I was gonna. Hmm.
Yeah, just him being like, why wasn't I the best man? And it's like, if you have to question why you're not the best man, I think that's your answer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you really don't know what's going on in my life, and then you'd be like, well, I thought I was gonna be the best man. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, just just throughout the movie, when I was watching it for my 100th time, I was like, ugh, you're annoying.
Yeah. He had some very, I don't even know, 2010s like misogyny where he was just like, you
Yeah.
should just leave her be and hang out here with your boys. And I was like, Jason should go talk to his fiance. Like, Jason should care about
Yeah.
his fiance's feelings. And he was just like, screw Sabrina. You need to hang out with the guys. Don't care about her. Don't care about a woman's feelings. And I was like,
Yeah.
bro, this is why you're
Yeah.
single. Like,
My favorite part though was when like Good's character, like her list was like
mm,
needs to be Ivy League educated, 7 figures, and he was like not Ivy League educated, don't make 7 figures. Sometimes I make five, and I'm like, wait a minute.
yeah, I was like, ooh.
He's like, sometimes I make five. He's like, but I think we should go out. Funny, funny, funny. Okay, the moment of truth. Drum roll, please. What did you rank it on Letterbox?
Yeah, I gave it a 3.5,
Oh,
which is
wow.
yeah, that's like a rom
That's pretty
com.
high.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it had some fun conflicts came up. It was really funny. The characters were very funny. I actually really liked that they did not put Megan Good and Jason's cousin together. Like I liked that
If
he
they would
got
have
with
did
like the
that, I
no,
would have walked out. Come on now.
I agree. But I thought it was funny they put him with like the white wedding planner, the lady from Modern Family, who was just making
Yes.
like the
Yeah.
like whitest comments the whole time. I was like, not this being my representation in this movie. Like I was like, you gotta stop making some of this. You gotta stop saying some of this stuff.
No. Stop
Um,
it.
but no, like she was my white girl representation. I don't feel seen by her. But I thought that yeah, the cast was just really funny. It was good. Sometimes the people were like cartoonishly, you know, like Jason's mom sometimes was I was like, would she really do this? Like would she actually say these things?
And sometimes I ask that, and then you go to a wedding, and then you
Yeah.
go, or like, and you're like, jumping the
Or
broom is not just a movie.
or you hear about people planning their wedding and they start telling you things that their family is telling to them and you're like, "Oh, people are like this."
Okay,
Okay.
side note, because first of all, I don't know if you realized there were so many weddings this weekend. And but like just hearing, friends of friends, planning weddings, and like just hearing how like the bridal party doesn't want to cooperate, or how like the family straight up like not supporting the people. Was this movie that far fetched? I don't think so. I don't think so.
There's always a parent that wants you to throw in a tradition that does not make sense for the 21st century, and it's always like, I don't want to do this in any way. Yeah, but I gave it a 3.5. Where am I gonna rank it on my list? I am going to rank it below Send Help and above Roommates. I'm gonna rank it
Okay.
in
Wait, okay, that's a bit.
18th place.
All right. I mean, send help. They did have that house. Okay. All right. Time for my moment of truth. I thought about if I was going to do this, and I think I am going to do this.
Oh, get crazy. What are we gonna do?
Um, I mean, it's my favorite movie. Like,
Yeah, is it not at number one?
yeah.
I
I
didn't think
mean,
this was gonna be a
yeah.
nail biter.
It's going at number one. Yeah. Because I was like, do I want to rank it above Sinners? And it's like, yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah,
So it's number one, numero uno, by far.
absolutely. That's what I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be. I support it.
Yes. And I'm so glad it's on Netflix. So if you guys want to again and again and again and again, go watch it on Netflix. But that was our episode on Jumping the Broom. Catherine, I can't wait to do your favorite movie. What's your favorite? Interstellar? Is that correct? Or no?
Yeah, Interstellar Arrival. It'd be one of those two.
I can't wait to do one of your favorite movies in the upcoming future. Yes, when there's a lot of horror movies out in theaters that Leslie does not want to watch. I also asked if you wanted
I'll
to
hit
watch
you up in
Breadwinner.
October. I don't. don't show me a plot where the husband falls apart because his wife is away. I'm not gonna. I have zero empathy and zero level for that. I can't watch it.
There was a moment where in that movie where like he was driving the kids to school and they were like, "You're going the wrong way," and, and
Don't.
they were like, "Do you not know the names of our schools?" And you know how we say like, "Was there that much drama in weddings?" It's like, anyway. Our next movie, I believe we're doing scary movie. We're doing a horror movie,
Yeah,
right?
it's good. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's like a parody.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot of horror movies for it to be June.
Summertime is a popular movie. It's like a popular time for movies, period, and I think for horror movies as well. Because a lot of them are set in the summer. Like there's a lot of summer camps. There's a lot of like stuff like that. I think it just like fits the vibe.
All right. I mean, if they just want to do summer ween, just let me know. But okay, so our next movie will be Scary Movie. But until then, if you miss Catherine and I, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at alisters_pod. And then you can also email us at moviesandYap@gmail.com. So that's movies, ANDYAP@gmail.com. And because we're high tech, we have all of this information in our episode summaries slash description. So, but until then, thank you guys so much for joining and have a good morning, evening, afternoon, night, whenever you're listening to this. Yeah. Bye.
All right, bye.